What's going on, guys? Victor here. We just got done with an epic slow pitch trip. We got Captain Tony behind the wheel. Tim, Brookie back here. Famous Pickle Ricky. Let's jump into the video. All right, guys, I'm super stoked. This is the first fish I've gotten on the slow pitch today. Ryan just caught a stud American red snapper. I don't know what I got. A lot of times when your jig first hits the bottom, you go to reel tight and the fish is already there, and that's exactly what happened with this one. They see that jig fluttering on the way down. Oh, and we got color right there. What is it gonna be?
Red snapper.
No, that's the right one. Oh yeah!
Big scamp.
That's nice, Ricky.
That's the right one.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Yes.
Go.
340 strike.
Man,
No tassels either. Straight hooks.
Look at the size. Look at the size of the jigs we're fishing. We're gonna go through the entire process today of why we're fishing such giant jigs. But what do we got, Ricky?
It's a nice scamp grouper. Best tasting grouper you can eat in the ocean.
It is. So we got a gorgeous scamp grouper here. You guys have seen us catch a bunch of these in Panama City. We don't really have any of these down by us in Pompano, but the further north you go up on the coast, you start to get more species. Like you get a lot more gags, you get a lot more scamps, yellow edge. Beautiful fish out here, great taste in fish. It looks like the bite is turning on. So I'm gonna walk you guys through this whole thing, starting with the cast. This is like one of the most important things when you're starting out with the jigging, right? When you're slow pitch jigging, the whole thing is to maintain a vertical line. In this case, we're drifting today, so in order for your jig to work properly, you want to be up and down. You don't want your jig out to the side or in front of you, because as you're lifting your rod tip up, that jig is not going to do what you want it to do, and also you're going to get a delayed reaction to the fish, to the jig. You're not going to feel it. You need to be straight up and down. So I cast up current, so that way when I drift into it, I'm going to be straight up and down. All day long, we're switching out our jigs, our rods. We're trying to match the jig weight. So right now I'm fishing a 340 gram jig to the speed of the current. Once I hit bottom, what I'll do is I'll kind of just work my rod tip up like this. See, I casted way up there and my jig is already way back there. And we're fishing pretty deep today. Like right now we're in 242. We've gone all the way up to 300 today. And I like a bunch of different jigging styles. Sometimes I'll put in my hip. If you get tired, I like to put it in my hip and go like this. Sometimes I'll hold it with my arm. And I don't just violently let the rod come down. I'll kind of follow it down, and I can just picture what my jig is doing down there, swimming side to side, or just fluttering on the way down. And this is a 6 slow pitch rod. So I've been using a company called Ocean's Legacy for about a few weeks now, and absolutely love them. This is a long fall. And all of the stuff that we're fishing today, I'm gonna have linked below for you guys, so you guys can check it out yourselves.
So this is a porgy. What kind of porgy is it? You know?
Porgy.
It's a pink porgy? Is that actually what they're called?
Pink porgy.
Okay, yeah, pink porgy. So all porgies are pretty delicious eating fish, but man, that is just, it's super cool to just catch these wild range of species. You know, we've caught
giant jigs.
Yeah, put a handful of different fish in the boat today, like 4 different species already, and the morning's just getting started. But gotta dig it. Look at the size of the jig compared to the porgy, and that thing smoked it. So I think that's just a testament to, don't be afraid to drop some big jigs to kind of get that right presentation, you know?
Yeah, we got 4 species. Ryan's got 3 of the species. He's got the hot hand this morning. And if you guys want to see Ryan's portion of the video, you guys can do so on his channel. I'm gonna have it on the screen here, as well as linked below, as well as Ricky's channel, who's filming right now. But
Thank you.
A killer group of guys. I don't know what's going on with Ricky. He's supposed to be the expert here. He hasn't put a fish in the boat
He's
today.
getting self-conscious at this point. We gotta stop ragging on him so much.
He's speechless.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just a giant
The size of
goldfish.
the eyes on that thing. That must, you know, it's dark down there, so, you know, bigger eyes, they can see better. That's crazy.
I caught a fish though.
Proud of you, man.
I did it.
What a tough day.
It's my PB right here.
That is a crazy looking fish.
It's beautiful.
Felt like a fish. Hopefully it is. Ricky, what do we got?
Up like a man.
It's coming up, whatever it is.
Come here.
What do you got, Ricky?
Probably big old red toro.
You know, those rods, they're serious parabolic.
You guys notice how whippy and noodly these rods are, but that's so that way you don't beat yourself up when you're jigging. And Ricky uses mainly the reel and the torque of the reel to get the fish up. See how he, most of the time he'll point the rod just straight out at the water? Be the right one. Grouper?
Yeah, definitely.
If you guys look behind us, there's 2 water spouts right there. We got a storm forming. They're basically water tornadoes offshore.
Oh,
It's a mako. It's a mako, isn't it?
No.
Yes, it is. It's a mako.
We gotta catch him.
Oh my god.
We need to catch him right now.
Oh my god. What are you gonna do?
That is one shark I don't mind.
Gosh darn it, my
God darn my scamp!
Dude, Ricky, that was, have you ever seen a mako?
Not off here.
That was my first mako.
That was a short fin.
There it is right there.
That's a short fin mako.
Oh my. Come here, buddy. Where's your
Someone drop a jig. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you kidding me? This thing's waiting for something. He's waiting for something to move. Dude, that would have been a good one also.
okay, the water spout is literally touching the water
Yeah, it's
now.
touching
Oh,
water
it's
now.
sick. Look at it.
Oh yeah.
We got water spouts. I'm just retying over here. That was the coolest thing I've never. Did you really?
I got him. I got him.
He got him.
On your jig?
Yeah. Yep. Smoked it on the way down. I got him.
You're in for a fight, Rick.
Hey, how am I gonna catch this thing?
Remember this one?
Oh yeah, now he's starting to go.
You look like you're in a very comfortable position.
Honestly, it's not that big.
Oh yeah. Chasing time.
I mean, unless it's a tuna, it ate me on the way down. But
No, that's a mako, dude. Ricky was reeling up scamp grouper, and it just started floating up. A mako shark, about yay big, probably only like 50 pounds, but still such a cool animal to see. Came, bit half of it, and then he was hanging around underneath the boat. Ricky dropped the jig and hooked him on the slow pitch jig. So
yeah, I got him with the tail.
Nice.
That's the best way to do it.
yeah, you did.
Where's that his mouth?
That's probably the coolest thing you ever
Where's
caught
that
on that
mouth?
rod, huh?
There he goes.
He's about to come up. He's about to come up.
Oh! Oh my god! For like 2 hours.
I'll break him off in a second. He's coming up. He's coming up.
Can you do that a couple more times, Ricky?
Yeah. Get ready. He's coming right now.
Hell yeah, Ricky.
Alright, the mako shark hooked in the tail.
He's got growth on it.
Oh, there's that stuff going on.
Very careful, Ricky.
There you go.
Do not get a finger. No, that's not worth it.
Oh, you're good. I'm not bringing it.
Go.
Oh god.
Perfect.
Best thing ever.
That's all I needed.
What's your jig?
Whoa!
You caught a mako.
Well, you touched
Oh
your
my
first
God.
mako. Nice job.
Yeah, I touched my first mako also. I got revenge for a lot of things today.
Give him a nice little pet.
You guys, that's a special fish. Have you ever seen a mako out here?
No, I have never seen a mako out here.
And you fish out here a lot.
Yeah, I fish out here a lot, and that's my first mako out here. I've seen everything else, but not that.
I think that might be the first slow pitch mako of all time. It has to have been. All right, guys, I just got absolutely slammed on the slow pitch right now. It's getting really rough here, getting tough to fish, but Ricky just pulled off on a nice fish. I just hooked up, and I was kind of up off the bottom. No idea what I got, but we're fishing big jigs now. 400 gram, 350 gram, which is the equivalent to like 10 to 12 ounces. Look, this fish is pulling drag. Yep,
You wanna go around?
big head shakes.
Can you take any line on you?
It started to right now. You never know. Tony catches big guy grouper up here, black grouper, red grouper, scamps, pretty much everything.
I found pretty much everything will eat a slow pitch, from golden tile to grouper to we even had a kitty Mitchell or Mitchell kitty eat it too in 240 foot, 300 foot of water. So I'm still waiting for a swordfish.
And we found out today that the makos like the jigs too. If you guys want to book a trip with Captain Tony, I'm gonna have all of his stuff linked below. The neat thing about him is there's not many guys, I personally don't know of any who are running slow pitch trips, so you guys want to get into this or the jigging game, hit him up. I'm gonna have all of his stuff linked below. He also does do everything else: sailfish, mahi, live baiting, dead baiting, snook fishing. He pretty much does it all.
I feel like it's fun.
Yeah, I see it right
Yeah.
now. I see color.
Grouper, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Woo!
Yeah, there he is.
Nice!
Boy!
Hey, Tony! Thank you!
Yeah, on an Ocean Legacy.
Damn!
They're chewing the hole today now.
That's
There you
actually
go.
my biggest ever scamp grouper. I got my 2 biggest scamp grouper today on the Ocean's Legacy Longfall and on the Ocean's Legacy Contact Jig. Pretty sick. So the reason we fish big jigs like this is we try to match our jig to the current. They pretty much eat every style jig: long, slender, fat, different colors. I mean, we've caught fish on every different color jig, but the main thing is maintaining that vertical position with your jig. And then you catch a beautiful scamp grouper like this. So now we got 2 scamp grouper in the box. One thing I really like about slow pitch jigging is you're involved. You're constantly doing something. When you're offshore, a lot of times you're live baiting, dead baiting, you're waiting for that bite in the rod holder. You are doing something and you're so involved when you're doing this. And it's very rewarding when you finally get that bite on the jig after you've been doing this all day long. Good fish, Ricky, huh? Nice fish, man. We're getting a double scamp pick?
Feels like them.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
That made me sad.
I got a very yellow. That's a scamp and an AJ back to back.
Yeah.
I gotta get back down there.
Oh!
Fish! He's giving me the sauce!
I was filming that.
Oh boy, this is worrisome.
Were you all coming up or were you
I didn't think I was on bottom.
I thought you were on bottom, but alright, if not,
You guys hear me say and stress the entire video, try to maintain a vertical line. That's the real big important thing with this type of fishing. And so we're fishing really light braid, which you would not imagine. 20-pound Tufline Domin8, 40-pound Tufline fluorocarbon, and you guys can actually save 20% off both of those. Use my code LANDSHARK link below. All the gear that we use today I'm going to have linked below, but you need a really thin diameter line to cut through the water because you don't want any scope in your line to maintain that vertical position. But 20-pound braid these days is so much stronger than it used to be back in the day. And you don't need to fight these fish with a lot of drag. Like Tony, we're not on any like big structure, any wreck.
No, we're not. Natural bottom, small ledges about 3 or 4 feet. If you get rocked up, just put it free spool and just wait. He'll come back out.
So normally when we say floating up, we think snapper or grouper. Their swim bladders will inflate and they'll float up, whereas something like an amberjack, they'll kind of fight the entire way up because they usually don't blow up. I mean, as a fisherman, I don't know about you guys at home, but I think that fooling a fish on a piece of metal or a piece of lead, that's the coolest thing in the world. Come out here, don't have to bring any live bait, don't have to bring any dead bait, just your jigs and your rods, and that's it. If you guys are liking this video so far, like the video because it really helps us out. And then if you guys help me out, I can make better content for you guys. If you guys haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for?
giant ARS. Like giant.
Oh my
No,
God.
yeah.
Here,
like
hold this.
Giant ARS.
Grab the handbag.
Whoa! Such a sick fish, Tony! What a fish, man, thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Look at this. That is I think this is my biggest ever red snapper, period. Let alone on a jig, huh? These things throw down. And unfortunately, we can't keep them, they're out of season. But we are gonna send them back on this really cool device, which we're gonna show you guys in a second. But look at that. Once again, on the Ocean's Legacy, the long contact, the deep contact.
2 drops in a row.
Yeah, man. When you got the rhythm, you got the rhythm.
They fill up with air, and I got 30 plus ounces of lead, so I just got to let a little bit of air out, and then the rest of the tool will take it out. So there you go. All the air I needed out is out.
That's the best when you drop back down. You didn't even jig.
Grab the descending tool.
Yeah, man, I thought your rod tip was kind of bouncing, but I was like...
Fit it in this mount. Make sure it's clamped in there good.
So that'll open once it reaches enough pressure?
Yes, it will open. The fish ain't going nowhere. And down he goes. When he reaches about 150 feet, the clamp will open. He'll swim off.
So when we're fishing this deep and you bring a fish off a bottom, fish have swim bladders, air bladders, that they use to regulate their buoyancy. If you bring them up too quick, like we did, which is not natural, they fill up with air because the gases expands, then they can't swim back down. That's what that tool is used for, and that's why we poked a hole in its stomach to let all the air out, and now he can live.
Ready, I got it ready.
Next turn!
Dude,
How it usually is here.
they are biting.
Yeah, well, we just came on a really nice drop.
Crushing it.
Feels like it might be.
ARS?
Yeah.
That thing brawled, didn't it, Vic?
Fine with me.
Yeah, they fight. Well, the
Take
thing,
another one.
the difference between them and a mine is they fight the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't blow up and die.
Dude, it's been a good time. I mean, if we were out here fishing bait or trolling for this amount of time today, you and I would both be sleeping on the front of the boat. Like, we would be so bored. But this has just kept us engaged the whole day, and it's just, the bite is very, very fun. I think that's the best part is, you know, you're just sitting here jigging, just like that bite that you just had on that red snapper. You, me, and Ricky are just sitting here just laughing and joking, and then just boom, rod just triples over.
Ricky's scrubbing away. She's a good girl. She doesn't complain. She comes out here with the boys. She films all of us
She's awesome.
with a smile and looking beautiful at the same time, and then even scrubbing the boat. I mean, come on. This
Look at that.
stance, though.
Yeah.
This is the mini Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
The mini cap.
I call that the mini pickle stamp.
I can't stand right here.
Yes. His nickname is Pickle Ricky. He's got pickle on his socks, folks.
Kind of a big deal.
Another one.
ARS.
Big ol' ARS.
Wow.
That's a big picture.
You guys are chubby.
Monsters. I didn't catch one of my on his bike yet.
Your ARS handbag, sir?
Dude, you got him good.
He was like,
Let's go shopping!
This is why I like fishing with you, Ricky. We haven't fished together in a long time. The last time I saw Ricky, we were eating blacktip shark in my backyard during a barbecue.
Yeah, that's some teriyaki glaze or something.
yeah.
That was so good.
So same thing. Gonna put him on the descending device.
What do you got there?
Bottom fish or?
He hit it on the way down.
Oh, hit it on the way down.
Blackfin.
He's only jigged twice and already hooked up twice. He's been silent all day, just letting us noobs fish. Tim's who's invited us. Tim is the one who set up this whole trip, so he does this quite often. He knows what he's doing.
Alright, look here. You gotta be nice to the elbow.
Railed on the way down.
Oh!
Dude!
Double!
Double!
Oh! I don't think mine is, just because it's not pulling as much.
Yeah, it just hasn't woke up yet, dude.
What is it?
Oh, it's a blackfin. It's a giant
It's a
tuna.
blackfin.
It's a giant
Watch your
tuna.
line. Watch your line.
What is up with you?
What's up with you, bro?
What is up with you catching blackfins? On the way down.
That's a big one.
Big tuna on, guys. Big tuna on for Tim.
Humongous. He's seen the boat.
What do you think you got, Mike?
I don't know. It's heavy. Whatever it is very heavy.
Is that on bottom?
I don't remember, to be honest. I think it was as I was dropping.
He just pulled.
How big do you think it was, Tony?
That's 35 pounds easy. So Tim was out here last time and we caught a tuna that size. I thought it was a yellowfin as soon as it came to the boat, but it was like, no, it's blackfin. Every bit of 30 pounds.
Giant blackfin tuna, and especially for the jig. Anyone out there who thinks that tuna don't eat jigs, it's been proven wrong time and time again. We thought it was an AJ. They love jigs.
Comment down below if you can tell how rough it is by all the white caps in the background of the video. It's always hard to tell, but there's actually white caps, so maybe you'll actually be able to visualize a little better.
Man, little AJs will kick your ass.
That one's an almost though.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god! Would you like your bag?
That's what the boys say. Would you like to hold your purse? This guy was going nowhere. That's why he fought so hard. Not only was I pulling him up by the head, but I was pulling him up like this. That's why he fought so hard. Totally a good fish to eat, but we're gonna let him go because we got plenty in the cooler already.
Oh my god!
Oh. Damn it.
Womp,
Been a
womp,
nice
womp.
Grouper got destroyed on the way up.
That would have been a good one too.
So Tim just lost a really nice scamp grouper to a shark. And they said this is the first time at this spot, which they've been fishing for a long time, that they've ever gotten sharked. We saw a mako earlier, and then this is our second or third grouper that got sharked. Second.
No, I said you were on.
Yeah, you were on bottom.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I was, but I don't know.
That's a fish.
No, it's a fish.
That's a fish. You're lifting them up.
Yep. I don't know what.
Don't think catch yourself. That's a fish. Were you scoped
It's a
out really
fish.
far?
Not really. I was pretty much straight up and down. This fish is kind of going underneath the boat, though. No idea what I got. I mean, I think I have a fish, but it almost feels like I hooked a piece of the bottom and I'm just slowly dragging it up. I don't feel a tail beat, head shake, nothing. Like what Ryan was saying, I think the coolest thing is even when you're fishing with live bait, a lot of the time you're targeting one thing, but with slow pitch, you literally have no idea what you're going to catch. Dolphin could come up to the boat, tunas, any type of bottom fish. I mean, it's just exciting not knowing. Do you have a deadline?
What is
Yeah, but
that?
there's a fish attached to it.
Oh my god! Is that gonna be the tuna?
I've never had this happen before. I snagged a deadline, but none of us have broken off any yellow line today. And there is a fish attached to the other end of that braid because one of the braid strands is going down and then the other one is scoping up top. And there's no reason for it to just be floating like that.
Someone's gotta help him do it before he reaches the end. Like, you gotta do it before he reaches
Someone
the
gotta
end.
grab this end and just start pulling slack in.
We tried to splice it, but there was a failure of communication between the boys. One of them thought that they had this one tied on and the other one, we were gonna tie the deadline onto another reel, but it just slipped out of their hands.
Look at these waves!
Yeah, we're building to 6 footers right now and 8, so we're gonna call it.
As you guys see, we are all soaking wet. It was a rough ride home.
I'm nice and moist right now.
We got soaked, but we braved it out there. It was easy 3 to 5. Big shout out to Captain Tony once again. Thank you, brother.
No problem, man.
If you guys want to book a trip with him, I'm gonna have all of his information linked below, like I said. Real cool dude. We had a great crew. Everyone had a ton of fun. Everyone caught fish, and that's all you can ask for.